Hey y'all, what's going on? So this is my very first video. Really excited about it. Like I said, since this is my first time, it is just gonna be a little fluid situation. You feel me? Like it ain't gonna be the most polished, but I'm really excited. So my name is Washington. I have a partner. His name is Landen. We created this channel together, and we're still basically trying to figure out what we want to do with it. Yes, I'm Washington. I'm from Houston, Texas, originally. H-Town, hold it down, you feel me? I'm from Houston, and I'm also a dentist. Specifically, I'm a travel dentist. So that's been pretty cool. I'll make a video about that specifically later on. But yeah, I'll give you a brief background of me, essentially. So I was raised in Houston. Both of my parents are pastors. They're also Nigerian. So my upbringing was a little strict. Maybe not a little. It was very strict. Couldn't go to birthday parties, friends' houses outside of church. You know what I mean? So if it's like a school friend, you ain't going nowhere. You ain't going nowhere. You ain't going nowhere but church, school, home. That's it. All right. So yeah, it was very strict growing up. But but it was cool. It was cool. I mean, we were always in church, definitely. That's one thing I can say. My parents instilled the fear of God within us. So that was really nice. But yeah, it was very strict. So anyway, my parents are pastors. We're all Nigerian. I have three siblings, got a older brother, two older sisters, and I'm the baby. I'm the little baby. So yeah, so that's my family. Um, from a young age, I always knew I kind of wanted to pursue healthcare. So, in addition to being a pastor, my mom worked as a nurse. She worked as a nurse basically her whole time she's been in the US. So, I think she's the reason I became interested in healthcare. So, I knew I wanted to kind of advance like beyond that. Like I wanted to become a doctor. Honestly, when you're a Nigerian or you come from a foreign family in general, there's like the holy trinity of career paths. You either gonna be what? A doctor, a lawyer, or an engineer. That's it. That's it. Ain't no, and there are other, exceptions like nursing. That's very common in the Nigerian community specifically. But yeah, those are the three main things that people pursue. So I knew I wanted to be a doctor. It was just a matter of like which route I would take to get there. So, yeah, I went to University of Texas at Austin. That was a great experience. I was also in the Longhorn band. Listen, I got stories. Okay, but anyway, so that was really cool. And then I ultimately landed on dentistry after shadowing. So a lot of people don't know this, but I was this close to pursuing dental hygiene instead, like becoming a hygienist. Um, so I shadowed a few of them in Austin and it was cool, but I'm like, oh, like, is there anything else you can like do? And they were like, no, we're pretty limited on the services we can provide. But I think what they do is it's needed, it's useful, like it's necessary. And I'm grateful for all of the hygienists out there, you know. But I wanted something more, something where I could do more. So dentistry was kind of the natural route for me. And then also, I didn't even know this at the time or realize it at the time, but I really loved teeth my whole life. Like whenever I met someone, even prior to college, the smile, the teeth, first thing I looked at. So I think when I finally was like, what about dental? Like just the field of dentistry. I was like, wow, that kind of makes sense because I already have an interest in teeth in general. So anyway, one of the hygiene schools I was going to apply to, they had a requirement that you shadow a dentist before starting. So I was like, okay, cool. That's perfect. It was actually Austin Community College. They required that you shadow a dentist just to get a well-rounded, um, shadowing experience, like to really know what you're getting yourself into. You'll get to observe the interaction between dentist and hygienist, so on and so forth. Anyway, so I shadowed a dentist in Austin, Texas, and within the first 5 minutes, I was like, "What? Like, what you doing over there? That looks pretty cool." Had no idea what the heck they were doing, but it was so cool. I'm like, "What?" So, the dentist was explaining what he was doing. I was asking a million questions. One thing about me, I ask a lot of questions, like just in general. I ask so many questions. I'm just like a curious person in general. So, I remember even in dental school, every 10 minutes. Oh, excuse me. Hi. Can you describe this? Okay, why does blah 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 blah? Like just always asking questions. Anyway, back to the story. um, where was I? Anyway, okay. So yeah, I shadowed the dentist and I was pretty much drawn to what he was doing. And at that moment, I was sold. I'm like, okay, we're gonna switch gears, no longer gonna pursue hygiene. Um, Even though that's kind of what I was set on, I knew I needed and wanted to pursue dentistry, like to become a dentist. Um, and at the time, you feel me, my GPA was low, like low. So, um, yeah, that was a little nerve wracking. So, anyway, I'll kind of make a separate video on my journey to dental school because that was kind of a lot. But yeah, I became a dentist, started working in Dallas, Texas, where I went to dental school. I love Dallas. Dallas was a great time. But yeah, so lived in Dallas, worked in Dallas. And let me tell you, when I first started working as a dentist, your boy was a zombie, like a zombie. Because in dental school, you go from treating like 2 to maybe 4 patients a day to like, okay, when you're working in the real world, you're seeing anywhere from 12 to 30 patients. So, as you can imagine, your boy was tired, stressed, had no energy outside of work. But yeah, so fast forward to now, I'm a travel dentist. And I'm sure a lot of you have heard of, travel nursing. That's a huge thing. But also travel dentistry is a thing as well. It's not as popular or as known as travel nursing, but there are actually a lot of travel positions. And the technical term is locum tenens. You are essentially an independent contractor. So there are a lot of professions within healthcare that offer that. There are travel physicians, travel PAs, travel nurses, travel dentists, travel anesthesiologists. So there's actually a lot of fields in healthcare that offer that. So once I found out about travel dentistry, I was sold. Like this is it. This is it. I'm actually right now on an assignment in this small town called Rolla, Missouri, and it's cool. It's cool. I love the office. Everyone who works there is great. Like it's one of the few offices that runs pretty well, I would say. Um, and I actually like everyone who works there, which in dental, that's kind of hard to find. So I'm in an Airbnb right now. And I like it. I'll have to give y'all a tour a little bit later. Um, but yeah, I'm here in Rolla for 2-ish months. And then after that, I'm taking a little break. You feel me? And that's one thing I love about travel dentistry. It's flexible. You get to take as many breaks as you want. If you want to work 1 month and be off for, I don't know, 5 months or however long you want, you could do that. So it's cool. I think I went off on a little tangent here. But yes, I'm a travel dentist and that's been great. Landen is my partner. He works in banking. So he's a agricultural and commercial lender. And he lives in Nebraska. He's from Nebraska. We will get into, how him and I met. Because that's a story in itself, a really cute story. But yeah, so just wanted to give like a brief background. I didn't want to make this video too long, but I'm pretty sure the videos that we come out with later on or as we go. They'll just get longer and longer. Honestly, I love to talk. I could talk for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours. But I figured this first video would be something light, something cute, something quick, short. You feel me? We have made a few shorts, a few YouTube shorts already. So check those out. Most of them involve food. And that's one thing y'all should know about me is I'm a huge, huge foodie. Your boy like to eat. I like to cook. I like to bake, although I don't bake as much anymore because baking, you know, packs on the pounds and we don't want to be fluffy. I don't want to be fluffy. If you want to be fluffy, that's fine. That's fine for you. That's great. Do what you want to do. But I do not. But yeah, so I love to cook, I love to bake, love to eat, I love to travel for food. Honestly, I think that's my biggest expense is food. Food and travel, but yeah, food whenever I'm in, let's say a bigger city or anywhere, but mainly a bigger city, I like to eat out. I like to eat out. I love cooking. You know, I cook regularly, but love eating out. So, anyway, look forward to making more videos and stay tuned because we got all the content locked and loaded ready for you guys. So thanks for tuning in. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe too. Thank you very much. And yeah, see you next time. Bye.